Good morning, students. This is our history class. So as you know that our third chapter, Delhi Sultanate or Delhi Sultans, is going on. Introduction part we have already done. What kind of dynasties or what kind of rulers we are talking about in these chapters. So little bit part has been done. So you can see, students, at table 1. So the rulers of Delhi, table 1, you can see Rajput dynasties. Okay, so Tomras, Palal, Chauhanas, okay, these all were Rajput dynasties before Delhi Sultanas who were ruling over in Delhi. So they were Rajputs. Okay, as we have done Tarain war, Prithviraj III or Prithviraj Chauhan was defeated by Muhammad Ghori, right, in 1192. We have done this part in chapter 2nd, right. So after him, who was started their journey of ruling in Delhi, we will talk one by one about all those rulers. Okay, so uh, we all know that Muhammad Ghori was ruling during 1192 to 1206. Okay, to 1206, and Muhammad Ghori was killed or got murdered in 1206. Okay, so we can say that early Turkish rulers, why they were known as Turkish rulers? Because Turkish rulers or Turkish slaves, they were slaves. Okay, so for example, if Muhammad Ghori died in 1206, after him his son should be there as a ruler, but Qutbuddin Aibak was there. Okay, Qutbuddin Aibak was a regional general in his court. Okay, Muhammad Ghori appointed him as the regional general of northern India. After the death of Muhammad Ghori, because only Qutbuddin Aibak was the powerful, he came to be thrown in 1206 as the Sultan. Okay, so the dynasty set up by Qutbuddin Aibak was followed by, or was known later on, Turco-Afghan dynasty. Turco-Afghan dynasty, and it will work till 1226. Okay, the rulers starting from 1206 to 1526, near about 300 and more than 300 years. Okay, that dynasty was known as the Turco-Afghan dynasty. Why they were known as Turco-Afghan dynasty? Because they all came from Turkey, Afghan and all. That's why they were known as Turco-Afghan dynasty. If we talk about Qutbuddin Aibak, Iltutmish, Rajia, Ghiyasuddin Balban, okay. So all these were known as Turco-Afghan dynasty. Okay, so as we all know that Muhammad Ghazni and Muhammad Ghori was also came from Afghan. Okay, so before their name it was known as like this. Understood? So first we will talk about Qutbuddin Aibak. So Qutbuddin Aibak going to be thrown in 1206. Okay, so and after him, who was the who was the emperor or the Sultan of Delhi? That was Iltutmish. Iltutmish. Okay, Iltutmish, Samshuddin Iltutmish. Samshuddin Iltutmish ruled in Delhi from the time 1210 to 1236. Aibak was succeeded by his most favorite slave and son-in-law Iltutmish. Okay, so we can say that Iltutmish was the son-in-law of Qutbuddin Aibak. Okay, so the caliph of Baghdad conferred upon him the title of Sultan. So he can be called the true architect of the Delhi Sultanate in India. Okay, Iltutmish undertook the following measures to strengthen. He started Chalisa, Ikta, all these things we will talk later on in our chapter. Okay, so he also introduced silver coins and copper coins, which was known as, silver coin were known as tankas and the copper coins were known as Jitals, okay, or Jitals, right? So after Iltutmish, who was ruling over in Delhi? So Iltutmish was having son, but instead of son, his daughter was, you know, more capable, intelligent. He was good administrator. She was a good administrator. So Iltutmish decided to give his power to Rajia only. But why? Because Rajia was brave, intelligent, and he was a good administrator. She was a good administrator. But the other nobles and whatever ulemas, whatever clergies, whatever nobilities means powerful ministers in his court, they were not accepting her as their, queen, because they were because that time that was men dominated society, and they did not want to work under any female person and all. So that's why nobody was satisfied with Rajia's administration system. So that's why finally in 1240 CE Rajia was killed by someone, right? So after Rajia, Gayasuddin Balban was there. Gayasuddin, he came to be thrown in 1265. Okay, so he also defeated many rulers and all. Okay, so he mercilessly punished robbers and destroyed the jamindars who defied his authority and all. Jamindar who were we can say that exploiting the people or peasants and all. So Ghiyasuddin Balban reigned from 1265 to 1286, right? So this is all about, so we can say that the we have talked about Qutbuddin Aibak to Ghiyasuddin Balban. I think this is sufficient for today. So rest of the topic we will discuss tomorrow, Khilji dynasty and Tughlaq dynasty. So till then, do preparation for your assessment which is on 27th, right? So keep learning and take care.